Imagine a Hollywood icon with a mansion full of secrets, a love life as wild as his comedy, and a fortune that sparked controversy. Richard Pryor wasn't just the king of stand-up. He lived a life that was larger than the stage. From his exclusive Northridge estate to his whirlwind marriages and children who carry on his legacy, this is the real story behind the legend. Richard Pryor was a force of nature in the entertainment world, known for his unapologetically raw humor and groundbreaking career. By the time of his death in 2005, he had amassed a fortune of $40 million, the equivalent of about $50 million today. This wealth came from a combination of album sales, sold-out tours, and his successful career in film and television. Pryor's comedic genius was most evident on stage, where he became one of the most revered stand-up comics of all time. His fearless approach to comedy tackled everything from race relations in America to his own personal struggles, and he had an uncanny ability to turn even his most tragic experiences into side-splitting material. Whether you loved or hated his audacity, his work resonated with audiences for its brutal honesty and wit. Beyond the stage, Pryor's Hollywood career also flourished, particularly in comedies alongside Gene Wilder, with films like Stir Crazy and Bustin' Loose becoming staples of 1980s cinema. But Pryor wasn't just a performer. He was a talented writer, too. He penned episodes for shows like Sanford and Son and used his fame to launch The Richard Pryor Show in 1977. Though the sketch comedy series was ahead of its time and too controversial, for mainstream audiences, it is now seen as a pioneering piece of television history. Pryor's influence extended to over 20 comedy albums, including iconic releases like Is It Something I Said? And Richard Pryor, Live on the Sunset Strip, and he showed his versatility in films like JoJo Dancer, Your Life is Calling, where he not only starred but also wrote, directed, and produced. Richard Pryor's legacy is one of boundary-pushing humor, cultural impact, and a willingness to confront the toughest topics with laughter. In the heart of Peoria, Illinois, a comedic legend was born on December 1st, 1940. Named Richard Franklin, Lennox Thomas Pryor. His life story is as compelling and complex as the humor he would later share with the world. Pryor's upbringing was far from conventional. He was raised in his grandmother's brothel after his mother, Gertrude, who worked there as a prostitute, abandoned him at the tender age of 10. His father, Leroy, was a hustler and former boxer, adding another layer of complexity to his early life. Pryor's grandmother, Marie, was a formidable figure with a violent streak, often subjecting him to beatings. Tragically, his childhood was also marred by sexual abuse. At the age of 6, he was molested by a teenage neighbor, and later he endured further abuse at the hands of a preacher. These harrowing experiences shaped Pryor's worldview and would later influence his raw and unfiltered comedic style. School life was equally tumultuous for Pryor. At 14, he was expelled, marking the end of his formal education. In 1958, at the age of 17, he enlisted in the U.S. Army, seeking structure and escape from his chaotic upbringing. However, his military career was short-lived and fraught with trouble. Pryor spent most of his 2-year stint in an Army prison, following a violent altercation with a white soldier. The incident was sparked by the soldier's insensitive laughter during a screening of the film Imitation of Life, which depicted painful racial themes. This event was a stark reflection of the racial tensions of the time and Pryor's unwillingness to tolerate disrespect. Amidst the turmoil of his early life, Pryor became a father at a remarkably young age. In February 1957, at just 16 years old, he welcomed his first child, a daughter named Renee, with his girlfriend, Susan. This early foray into parenthood added another dimension to his already complex journey. In 1963, Richard Pryor made a bold move to New York City, eager to make his mark on the comedy scene. He began performing in clubs, honing his craft and captivating audiences with his raw talent and unique perspective. It wasn't long before his star began to rise. catching the attention of television producers and landing him appearances on some of the most popular shows of the time, including The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson, The Ed Sullivan Show, and The Merv Griffin Show. Pryor's success on the small screen translated to big stages, and he quickly became a hit in Las Vegas, dazzling crowds with his irreverent humor and charismatic delivery. In 1968, he released his debut comedy album, self-titled Richard Pryor, marking his official entry into the world of recorded comedy. The album showcased his distinctive voice and unfiltered observations, resonating with listeners and setting the stage for a prolific career. In 1969, Pryor relocated to Berkeley, California, where he continued to expand his creative horizons. He lent his writing talents to popular television shows like The Flip Wilson Show and Sanford and Son, as well as the 1973 specials The Lily Tomlin Show and Lily. His knack for storytelling and his incisive wit made him an invaluable contributor to these iconic programs. Concurrently, Pryor's film career was taking off. He made his silver screen debut in the 1967 comedy The Busybody, followed by notable roles in films like Wild in the Streets, Lady Sings the Blues, The Mac, Uptown Saturday Night, The Wiz, and the beloved The Muppet Movie. Each performance showcased his versatility and comedic timing, solidifying his status as a Hollywood force to be reckoned with. In 1970, Pryor signed a contract with Laugh Records, releasing a series of comedy albums that further cemented his reputation as a comedic genius. However, his ambitions outgrew the smaller label, and in 1973, he moved to the more prominent Stax Records, expanding his reach and influence. One of Pryor's most notable contributions to cinema came in 1974 when he co-wrote the comedy classic Blazing Saddles with Mel Brooks. Brooks originally envisioned Pryor in the lead role, but the production studio refused to insure him, leading to the part being recast. Despite this setback, Pryor's impact on the film was undeniable, and Blazing Saddles remains a beloved and enduring comedy staple. Richard Pryor's trailblazing career reached new heights in 1975 when he became the first black person to host Saturday Night Live. This historic moment marked just one of many barriers Pryor would break throughout his illustrious career. In 1983, he secured a monumental 5-year, $40 million deal with Columbia Pictures, a testament to his star power and influence in the entertainment industry. With this deal, he formed his own production company, Indigo Productions, further expanding his creative reach and control. Throughout the 1980s, Pryor's film career flourished. He appeared in a string of notable movies, including Superman 3, Brewster's Millions, Critical Condition, See No Evil, Hear No Evil, and Harlem Nights. Each role showcased his versatility and comedic genius, solidifying his status as a Hollywood legend. Beyond his film work, Pryor made a significant impact on television. He guest-starred on the beloved children's show Sesame Street 7 times between 1978 and 1988, bringing his unique brand of humor and warmth to young audiences. In 1984, he hosted the CBS children's show Pryor's Place, further demonstrating his ability to connect with viewers of all ages. Pryor's influence extended to the prestigious stage of the Academy Awards, which he co-hosted in 1977 and again in 1983. His hosting duties showcased his charisma and wit, making him a memorable presence at the esteemed event. In 1995, he earned a Primetime Emmy nomination for his guest appearance on an episode of Chicago Hope, highlighting his enduring talent and relevance in the industry. The 1990s saw Pryor continue to make his mark on both the big and small screens. He appeared in films such as Another You, The Three Muscatels, Mad Dog Time, and Lost Highway. Additionally, he made memorable guest appearances on popular television shows like Martin, Malcolm and Eddie, and Norm. In 1995, Pryor published his memoir, Pryor Convictions and Other Life Sentences, offering readers an intimate look into his life, struggles, and triumphs. The book provided a candid and insightful exploration of his journey, from his tumultuous upbringing to his rise as a comedic icon. His ability to transcend genres and connect with audiences of all ages made him a true legend, leaving an indelible mark on the world of comedy and beyond. The estate at 17267 Parthenia Street in Northridge, California, holds a deep connection to the life and legacy of Richard Pryor, the legendary comedian whose influence still echoes in the world of comedy. Purchased by Pryor in 1974, this 2.2-acre property became not only a sanctuary during the peak of his career, but also the site of one of the most harrowing moments of his life. The history of this estate is one of both triumph and tragedy, a place that witnessed both the heights of Pryor's fame and the depths of personal struggle. In 1980, while living on the estate, Pryor suffered a life-changing accident after a freebasing cocaine incident. In a moment of desperate escape, he set himself on fire, suffering burns to more than half of his body. The event left an indelible mark on Pryor, altering his life and career. But through it all, the estate remained a part of his world, a space that held both painful memories and moments of solace. Then, in 1994, tragedy struck again when the Northridge earthquake ravaged the region, leveling much of the home. The destruction was devastating, yet the property's prime location and rich history gave it the potential to rise from the ruins. Fast forward to 2017, when NFL player Rashard Mendenhall saw the estate's potential and purchased it for $2.5 million. His vision breathed new life into the property, transforming it into a modern, luxurious retreat that still held a connection to its storied past. Mendenhall's careful renovations and updates brought the estate into the 21st century, preserving the essence of its history while adding a layer of modern elegance and comfort. As of March 2024, the estate was listed for sale at $4.2 million, an asking price that reflects the transformation of the property into a high-end haven. Today, the estate's grounds are a serene oasis, offering privacy and tranquility amidst lush landscaping and towering trees. The entryway is grand, with manicured lawns and a sophisticated atmosphere that invites you to explore the layers of history and luxury within. Stepping inside, the home exudes a sense of space and light. The foyer leads into an expansive living room featuring high ceilings, elegant moldings, and large windows that flood the room with natural light. The space is designed for both relaxation and entertainment, offering a cozy ambiance with a stunning fireplace and high-end furnishings. The kitchen, a true heart of the home, is equipped with state-of-the-art stainless steel appliances, custom cabinetry, and a large center island. It flows effortlessly into the dining area, which is perfect for both intimate meals and larger gatherings. The entire home is designed with both style and functionality in mind, ensuring that every corner feels both luxurious and comfortable. The estate offers several spacious bedrooms, each with its own sense of serenity. The master suite is a retreat in itself, featuring an expansive walk-in closet, an ensuite bathroom with a soaking tub and separate shower, and sweeping views of the estate's beautiful surroundings. Each additional bedroom is equally luxurious, ensuring that guests or family members experience comfort and privacy. The estate's outdoor spaces are equally impressive, with a luxurious swimming pool surrounded by lush landscaping. Comfortable seating areas invite relaxation, and the spacious patio, built-in grill, and cozy fire pit create the ideal environment for entertaining or simply enjoying quiet moments under the stars. From Richard Pryor's turbulent and triumphant years to Rashard Mendenhall's reinvention of the property, the estate at 17267 Parthenia Street stands as a testament to resilience, reinvention, and the beauty of blending history with modern luxury. Richard Pryor's love life was as dynamic and complex as his comedic career. He was married 7 times, and in a twist that adds to his intriguing personal narrative, he wed 2 of his 5 wives twice. His first marriage was to Patricia Price. in 1961, and together they had a son, Richard Jr., born in July 1962. Their union lasted until 1966, marking the beginning of Pryor's marital journeys. In 1968, Pryor married Shelley R. Bonus, and the following year they welcomed a daughter, Rain, born in July 1969. However, their marriage was short-lived, ending in divorce the same year. Pryor then tied the knot with Deborah McGuire in 1977, but their marriage also ended quickly, dissolving in 1978. Pryor's fourth marriage was to Jennifer Lee in 1981. Their initial union lasted only a year, ending in divorce in 1982. However, their story didn't end there. In a testament to their enduring connection, Pryor and Lee remarried in 2001 and remained together until Pryor's passing. Between his marriages to Jennifer Lee, Pryor was married to Flynn Belaine from 1986 to 1987 and again from 1990 to 1991. Their union produced two children, Stephen, born in August 1984, and Kelsey, born in October 1987. In addition to his marriages, Pryor had two other children from different relationships. He had a daughter, Elizabeth Ann, born in April 1967, with Maxine Anderson, and a son, Franklin, born in April 1987, with Geraldine Mason. Pryor's romantic life also included high-profile relationships with his co-stars. In the late 1970s, he dated Pam Grier, his co-star in Greased Lightning, and in the early 1980s, he was involved with Margot Kidder, his co-star in Some Kind of Hero. In a surprising revelation in 2018, music legend Quincy Jones and Pryor's widow, Jennifer Lee Pryor, claimed that Richard Pryor and actor Marlon Brando had a sexual relationship in the 1970s. This disclosure added another layer of intrigue to Pryor's already fascinating personal life. His personal journey was marked by passion, complexity, and a relentless pursuit of authenticity, reflecting the same fearless spirit that defined his career. Richard Pryor, the legendary comedian and actor, left behind a legacy as vast and influential as his career. Known for revolutionizing comedy, his raw humor and fearless approach tackled race, identity, and society in ways that shaped the entertainment world. Yet the legacy he left behind also includes a deeply complicated family saga, particularly when it comes to the distribution of his estate. Estimated to be worth $40 million, his fortune has been mired in legal battles that have spanned years, drawing his children and widow, Jennifer Lee Pryor, into a prolonged and public feud. Pryor's impact on the world of comedy and entertainment remains unrivaled. He was a trailblazer who opened doors for countless other comedians, pushing the boundaries of what was acceptable in comedy. His routines were deeply personal, often raw and provocative, earning him a place as one of the greatest stand-up comics of all time. But his estate, comprising physical assets and a treasure trove of intellectual property rights to his vast body of work, has become a battlefield. The crux of the conflict lies in Jennifer Lee Pryor's role as the primary beneficiary of Richard's estate. Their marriage had been tumultuous, marked by breaks and reconciliations. After Richard's death, it was revealed that Jennifer was not only his widow but had been named as the primary beneficiary in his will, including control over his intellectual property. For Richard's children, many of whom were unaware that their father had remarried Jennifer, this revelation sparked intense controversy. They believed their father's estate should be divided more equitably and contested her role as the sole decision-maker of his legacy. This battle began to escalate in 2006 when Richard's daughter, Elizabeth, filed a lawsuit accusing Jennifer of elder abuse, fraud, and forgery. She alleged that Jennifer had exploited her father's declining health to gain control over his estate. Initially, the court sided with Jennifer, but Elizabeth's persistence led her to appeal the case, arguing that the marriage itself should be annulled on the grounds of fraud. Unfortunately, the court ruled in Jennifer's favor, deepening the rift between the family members. By 2014, the conflict took another turn when Richard Pryor Jr. sent a cease and desist letter to Jennifer, accusing her of manipulating his father. in his final years to secure rights to his intellectual property. But the dispute didn't end there. Richard Jr. also clashed with Jennifer over the casting of an actor to portray his father in a biographical film Jennifer was trying to bring to life. This only added fuel to the fire, as Richard's children publicly expressed their dissatisfaction with how their father's estate and legacy were being handled. The Pryor estate's exact details remain shrouded in mystery, but it's known to include various properties and the intellectual rights to Richard's comedy, films, and other creative works. The ongoing legal battle and control over these valuable assets have become a central point of contention. The dispute, full of accusations and hard feelings, has exposed the tension that can arise when personal relationships and financial interests collide. In the end, Richard Pryor's legacy is a complex one, filled with both laughter and heartbreak. His contributions to comedy will forever be remembered, influencing generations of entertainers who followed. Yet the family turmoil that has followed, his passing serves as a stark reminder that even the greatest legacies are not immune to the complications of human emotion and ambition. The ultimate value of his estate may lie in the legacy of joy and inspiration he brought to millions, but for his children and widow, the true inheritance may be found in the legal battles they continue to fight. Despite the controversies, Richard Pryor's influence on comedy and entertainment remains unmatched, and his work continues to inspire new generations of performers, ensuring that his legacy lives on through laughter. Richard Pryor's groundbreaking career was marked by several monumental achievements, particularly in shattering financial barriers in Hollywood. In 1980, he made history as the first black actor to earn $1 million for a film role, a feat he accomplished with the comedy Stir Crazy. This milestone not only highlighted Pryor's star power, but also paved the way for greater recognition and compensation for black actors in the industry. Pryor's financial success continued to soar in the following years. In 1983, he secured a staggering 5-year, $40 million contract with Columbia Pictures, solidifying his status as one of Hollywood's most bankable stars. This lucrative deal also saw the launch of his own production company, Indigo Productions, giving him greater creative control and the ability to bring his unique vision to the screen. That same year, Pryor commanded an impressive $4 million to star in the superhero sequel Superman 3. While the film was critically panned, his salary for the role was a testament to his drawing power and influence. To put it into perspective, $4 million in 1983 is equivalent to earning around $10 million today, making him one of the highest-paid actors in the world at that time. Pryor's ability to negotiate such substantial deals demonstrated his business acumen and the immense value he brought to the entertainment industry. His financial success was a reflection of his talent, popularity, and the trailblazing path he carved for himself and future generations of black actors. Despite the critical reception of some of his films, Pryor's earnings and influence remained undeniable, cementing his legacy as a pioneering force in Hollywood.